noise right now around tariffs and trade policy. How are these global shifts actually going to impact the boots on the ground decisions for companies who are looking to move?
You'll be interested to know we actually track that. That's a data point we track.
I have to know what actual data point what is that data point called?
That's crazy. So within one of our systems called FDI Markets, we track all global greenfield investment. Every single day, we have live updates of companies that have announced projects or of companies who have said, I'm looking to make a change. So that's called our signals. We track signals of companies through all of our sources that we're privy to. And we track when a company has said, I'm looking to move to the United States or I'm moving to the United States because of tariffs. So tariffs are not unique to the United States.
Yeah.
But when I hear a question like that, I think, yeah, tariffs, when we talk about global tariffs, we're talking about the United States right now. So we have seen a huge spike in both project announcements in the last year and in signals with a tag where company executive has said that it is due to tariffs. So we have seen a spike in things happening. But that spike in terms of project announcements, it's meaningful, but you might be talking about 40 projects. But you might be talking about, I think 2025, I hate that I know this, but it was about 10 billion in capital expenditure that was committed with tariffs as being one of the reasons that they were coming over.
Do you see a correlation between the tags and like specific industries or countries, or is it kind of very generic?
I mean, there's a lot of China comes up
Hmm.
quite a bit. So there are countries that are manufacturing things that they can't, their price point can't withstand what that tariff's going to be. So they're really going to have to make a change. Now, having said that, there's way more signals in the last 6 months
Hmm.
than projects being announced because at the back half of last year, companies started to realize, like, maybe that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of noise without as much project announcement. Most of the announcements happen prior to the last quarter of last year that were due to tariffs. And now as I looked through May of how many signals we were tracking with tariffs as an indicator, it's less than it was this time last year.
I think the other thing we specifically have noticed as we're doing foreign direct investment trips and visits with companies in Europe is that a lot of them are looking kind of for a soft landing space in the US before doing a full blown manufacturing type of facility. Can you talk a little bit about kind of what you're seeing with kind of what that introduction into the US looks like for some of those foreign companies?
Yeah, it can be I mean, it can be a matter of building everything but the final piece, right? To where you're like, okay, we come in and we finish it in the United States to avoid some of these tariffs, which there were certain there were certain ways that was trying to be stopped. But the answer is yes. You have to think. I often, maybe 100% of the time, try to think from I'm the company CEO, and am I going to uproot and change everything I'm doing and build a $500 million plant for something that might go away
Mm.
in a few years with the change in leadership? So yes, within our systems, it's the same thing. But there have been more significant announcements than I would have thought in my head, um, of people that are like, okay, probably they were looking to make a change. They'd already done a bunch of work, and they're like, you know what, this is the final. Like this is a straw that says we're going to the United States.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yes, the same as you're saying. The least amount you can invest to really see how it's going to go from a company level is going to make more sense.